Hi, I'm Tim Perry from Multichannel Merchant. I'm here with Lauren Freedman from the e-tailing group, and we're going to talk a little bit about the 2012 mystery shopping study that was just completed recently. And Lauren, just tell me, there probably were some surprises in store for a lot of these merchants, but what about some of the issues that you saw from merchants on a consistent basis? Was there anything that really stuck out that a lot of merchants seem to be doing, maybe if not wrong, maybe not perfect? And what do you think can be done to improve the user experience?
Well, when I think about the mystery shopping, I always like to start first with customer service. And there's still challenges in terms of customer service when we have queries. So whether we're emailing people, they don't respond to the email at all. We also notice that a lot of people aren't, I think it's 12% aren't even offering email anymore. I think that's going to become an issue. Another thing is that, the quality of the service that we might be receiving when we take the phone calls, or the quality of, the live chat. So I think there's still challenges from a customer service standpoint. I'm a big fan of, having your 800 number visible, because it's nothing more frustrating. We have a client right now who doesn't make it visible, and it's almost impossible to find it. That's a frustration from a consumer perspective. From a merchandising perspective, what we saw was, I think in a lot of instances, was sort of status quo. We saw a lot of the things that remained the same, so that was interesting to me. Where we saw changes were certainly from a social standpoint, even continued to see more social elements. But I think what's important is that making sure that, I think search, there's still people where the search is non-functional. That's incredible already in this day and age that the on-site search doesn't work that well. So again, I think there's the basics that still need to be in play, and then from there, I think the category-centric merchandising elements that you would expect to see, whether it be apparel or home or beauty, what is it that you need to put in place to make that customer experience strong?
Overall, I know you haven't said who the #1 retailer is yet, but among the top retailers, who really seems to have stuck out as somebody that everyone should emulate?
Rather than being somebody, I never really answer that question, because I don't think that it's about who you should emulate. I think it's more about what is right for your category and for your business. So actually, I'm going to be talking a little bit later today on who some of those people were, and we'll be releasing that indexing data. So I think, who do I remember being in there? I think REI was one of the examples. I think, many times has done an excellent job of bringing together quality content and very strong commerce experiences. I believe that Nordstrom was always in there, and I think, certainly known for delivering, great assortment as well as service, sort of above and beyond the Call of Duty. Those are two that I remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Lauren, I have one more question for you, and that's about the product page, the landing page. Are there, it seems a lot of merchants still having a disconnect between an email or a link of some other kind, social media, and getting to that product page. Any kind of advice you have for?
Well, my advice really relative to the product page is really more about making sure that that's a complete destination unto itself. So I think it means having, obviously sending them to the right place, but also making sure that you have the right rich media to support it. The views of the product are great. We're seeing more people have on model shots, or the ability to view it in a room. Making sure that you have user-generated or peer-based content at that level, I think that can be very powerful. That's very, very strong, almost universal among the 100 merchants that we look at. And I think video, is very interesting there too. If video can help tell the story, particularly if you have a demonstration product, I think it can be incredibly powerful.
Are you seeing reluctance for merchants to add video, or are you seeing it a little more as video becomes less expensive? Are you seeing more merchants deciding, okay, it's time to add video?
Well, in terms of video, I think it was something like 85 or 87% of the 100 merchants had some sort of video on the site. So I wouldn't call that a reluctance. I would say that they've embraced it. I think it's about choosing the locations, but what you're going to see is that the product page is going to be the power location, because I think that's the place where the retailer can see the ROI in terms of helping to convert the customer.
Lauren, thank you very much for your time today.
My pleasure. Always good to talk to you, Tim. All right.